Evening, y'all.
Evening. Howdy.
Howdy. Tonight, I'm Holly.
This is Dustin.
And this is Booze and Reviews.
And reviews. What?
Eat.
Booze and reviews?
And reviews. We're boozing and reviewing.
What are we reviewing?
We're reviewing a show called You, Cletus.
You?
You.
You?
Me? Not me.
You.
You.
Holly?
Dustin.
You?
You.
You.
I can't do that all night. So, welcome to our show. Courtesy of my girlfriend, Rebecca. Thank you.
And
I'm going to take
myself.
off my hat because I can't wear it the whole...
man.
Okay. I'll wear this some.
For a little bit.
I'll wear some. Okay, so tonight we're reviewing the show, You.
On Netflix.
It was a Lifetime show, actually, originally, and it didn't get good ratings, so now it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, there's 2 seasons,
That was
actually.
just for season 1. And then season 2 was picked up.
Yeah, and they did
And
season 2.
they're doing
and they
season
left
3
it
now.
open for season 3.
No, it's already confirmed. Season 3 is confirmed.
So we want to go straight
We're
out
gonna
of the
do this
gate.
right
We
here.
got some new glasses.
Shots.
And we want to give the show our shots out of 5, which
Yep.
is our star rating system. So for our You show tonight, we are drinking Stoli vodka, and this is our delicious bottle we got. I muddled a little bit of berries. If you didn't see it earlier, I muddled it with a delicious shark thing. So I need a...
Cheers.
And 1 star.
1 star. 1 shot. Oh, yummy. That is so good.
You were right about the berry. I don't want to eat the berry. So
Yeah,
I
I
thought putting a berry in the bottom would make this tastier.
2 shots.
2 shots of Stoli vodka.
Oh, yeah.
So Justin's giving it 2 out
I'm
of 3
giving it
stars.
2.
And I'm going to give it 3 out of 3 stars because I like sci-fi thrillers and I love psychos.
It's not, first of all, it's not sci-fi.
Or not a, it's a romantic...
It's a thriller. We'll give it a thriller.
Hold on,
It's
I
not
wrote this
sci-fi.
down. It's
Good
a
Lord.
guy who gathers online information and stalks women until he gets every obstacle, no matter what, out of his way. Who, what, when, where, why? Who?
Joe.
Goldberg.
Joe Goldberg.
Played by a guy named Penn.
Penn Badgley.
Yeah.
He was apparently on a show called, I think it's Gossip Girl. It was one of those, like, One Tree Hill, got one of those type of things. I think it was Gossip Girl, where he played a character similar to Joe.
Yeah.
Where he was like a crazy stalker boyfriend guy.
Did you know this book is based off of a novel by...
This show?
This
show.
This show is based off of a book by
I don't know. her
Carolyn
name. It's a chick.
Kepnes.
Yep.
Kepnes. It's
She
a
wrote
novel.
2 books.
Yeah.
One's
Yeah.
called You. The other one's called what then? It's called Hidden Bodies.
So, in honor of this show tonight, we're drinking a drink with the infamous watermelon juice.
Yep, if you've seen season 2 of You,
We
know
did
what
a
we're doing here.
trivia earlier today. Who gives underage girls watermelon juice in the show?
And it's laced with Rufalin,
GHB, actually.
which is Rufalin.
Which is a date rape drug. And so Crystalia is in the show, and he makes a spot.
In season 2.
His name is Hendy, and he
Henderson.
gives underage girls. So we are drinking a watermelon-flavored vodka soda by High Noon Sunsips. And then we're also doing the Tasama watermelon juice and Stoli vodka with a little bit of seltzer because we're trying to keep it light, trying to keep it healthy.
Hold on, you got one more shot to do.
I did it. This is just a little splash
Okay.
on the bottom.
I gave
of the
it
beer.
2. She
I gave
it
it 3 shots out of 5.
Alright, so the show is You. The show is on Netflix.
There's Joe Goldberg.
Joe
His
Goldberg.
love interest is Guinevere Beck in season 1.
Season 1 is, right, and they call her Bex.
Yep.
How does he find her, babe?
Yep. And if you guys haven't, really quick, our friends got us these awesome koozies from
Yeah, they fit
Acquires.
perfect.
And I love the little logos. Thank you, Mandy. And so he works at a bookstore.
Right.
And
Bex is a writer in college. She goes
NYU,
into the
here in
bookstore.
New York.
She goes into the bookstore and she meets Joe Goldberg.
And Joe Goldberg is a bookstore manager. Yep.
What's in the basement of this bookstore?
Okay, so the original bookstore owner is named Mr. Mooney, and he's like had a stroke or something now, and he's on like home rest. And so in the basement, he has a book preservation room that keeps it at how many
I
degrees?
don't know what the degrees
It keeps
was.
it like at a
60
certain degrees.
It's like a
humidity
humidifier room.
to keep the books intact, because
Like
if there's too much
rare
humidity or
book,
too
like super
little,
rare books,
first
they keep them
editions,
intact. Right? And it's like, but it's like a plastic, like soundproof.
in the basement.
Right, in the basement of this building that there's only one key to. Okay.
This is like 4.5% alcohol, by the way. It's not very much, but it's pretty good. What was it about these though? It's a vodka soda. It's watermelon made with real juice. And no high fructose corn syrup, no artificial flavors, and only 2.5 grams of carbs.
Yeah.
So we're trying
it out.
Yeah, we're trying some new stuff.
Okay, so Joe was an orphan, right?
Yes.
And he was found by this dude Mooney, who was a bookstore owner, and was a crazy guy, and would lock Joe in
when
this
he acted
book
up.
room.
Yes. Like a dungeon.
Right.
Yes.
Like it was a dungeon because it's soundproof and all these other things.
For not, like, he didn't beat him or abuse him.
Well, I mean, he
just
locked him in a room.
Right. So he was
Clearly.
being abused, but he wasn't, like, doing anything to him. Like, it was when he did something bad.
It wasn't a sexual thing.
So what that did is it created Joe to start taking care of, like, little orphans. So in the first season, he takes care of a kid named Paco, which is his neighbor.
You know, in the book, that's not there.
Really?
Yep.
He doesn't do that?
Paco's not in the book.
Really? Does
Paco is created in the show.
Yeah. Fun fact. Yeah.
Fun fact, there's a kid named Paco in the show. Paco's not in the book.
And Ellie is the little kid that he takes care of in the second season.
Ellie, is that her name?
Yeah. So in the first season,
Okay,
the
so
mom...
let's, hold on. We gotta describe Joe here first.
Okay,
and why he is how he is.
Talk to us about Joe.
Okay, so
Joe got abused when he was younger.
Right.
His dad abused his mom.
Yep.
And, like,
He killed his
physically
dad, right?
abused. And his mom got a gun and showed it to Joe when he was younger. And his mom was being abused one day, and he got the gun out and he shot his dad.
Right.
And the mom
left.
Mom
left Joe.
Oh, and social
she
services
was mad.
took him.
Well, she was mad at him, saying, "Why? How could you do that? All this shit." Even though she had been abused for the entire time that he'd been alive. Okay, so he shoots and kills his dad.
Yeah.
He becomes an orphan. Mooney, I don't know if he adopts him or not. I think
he's
he's
older.
18.
Yeah.
Right. He becomes older and he finds this bookstore and he's working at the bookstore that Mooney owns. And so Mooney takes him under his wing and fucking whenever he does stuff bad, he locks him in this cage thing.
Yeah.
This book.
To teach him a lesson.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where he gets his craziness from.
Good.
Is it? Let me try.
Yeah, 4.5. Yeah.
Okay, so that's how he gets his craziness because Mooney, the guy that raised him, is a crazy guy. So he's working in this bookstore.
Y'all.
He pretty much runs it. It's his bookstore, except because Mooney's like
old and senile. He's not there.
Right.
Yeah.
So this chick, Beck, walks in. She's looking for a book, and he helps her. And he does the, "Oh, hello, who are you?" One of the cool things about this show that you don't realize until like you hear it from us now is that he doesn't actually have a lot of dialogue in the show. His dialogue it's internal. You're hearing his thoughts, not what he's actually saying.
Yeah.
Most of the shit's in his head. So a lot of the show is him sitting there watching silently, but talking in his head.
Narrating to himself.
Right.
That's where all the memes come from.
Also, when he finds this girl Beck, her social media profiles are all open to the public. And
so he finds out everything about her.
He finds out everything about
her.
her, even where she lives.
So you gotta be careful. Yeah, he watches her through her windows. There's a scene though where he's across the street and an old lady. He's doing a thing that adults do.
Only adults?
I mean...
He's doing it in the street, literally right in front of
in a
buildings.
Stoop across the street from her building.
Right, because she lives in this
Dude,
building.
she humps a pillow, okay?
She
has a green pillow that she humps whenever she's getting excited. It shows her grab, like, this green pillow.
Well, her boyfriend comes over and gets after her, and then he has his way and his fun, and then he leaves. She doesn't have her fun, obviously.
Yes.
And he's watching from the outside. Okay?
Okay.
And no one notices this fucking strange-ass dude watching from the outside for hours and hours.
Yeah, outside her window.
Mean, I don't know if it's hours and hours, but for the amount of time it takes. The boyfriend leaves, and she's laying there on the bed and grabs a pillow. She has no blinds. It's like completely open to the street.
Right out in the middle of the road.
She just grabs a pillow, and she's like...
Yeah, okay, so like what adult woman...
A pillow?
A pillow?
You ain't got no toys?
Yeah, come on, get your life together,
Get your
ladies.
life together.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he's watching this and he starts enjoying himself in the doorway of another fucking hotel. Anyway. But an old lady walks out.
And he helps her out to her car, which is really great.
Right.
So there is, so he finally gets her. How do they start dating in the first season?
Well, he gets her boyfriend and locks him in the dungeon that's in the basement of the bookstore. Okay? And then she comes and sees him a couple of times in the bookstore. And she asks
the boyfriend's
him out.
missing.
I don't really remember.
He steals cell phones. So the very first night, he meets her at a bar one night, and she gets drunk and falls on the train tracks.
Oh, yeah,
that's the first time they met, and he steals her phone.
It's
not
the
he
first
has
time
a tendency.
They met. It's the
first time they interacted.
Outside of the bookstore.
Outside of the bookstore.
Right.
Yeah.
She's super drunk, and she falls in the fucking subway, and the subway's coming, and the tracks are fucking electric and shit.
You want a shot, babe?
Let's take a shot.
You
so, he
you want a shot.
She gets up, and he grabs her and fucking pulls her up out of the thing.
At
and
the last second, he's a hero.
Right. And then they take a cab to her place.
Stoli vodka.
Where
the only kind of fun times you can have here in the deep south.
Show us how he did that. Is that what you're talking about?
Is that what? That's inappropriate, so let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
So
Eric
anyway,
Aldrich.
So they started talking. They started dating.
Right? He gets her email because she won't give him her cell phone number or anything like that.
Even though she lost her phone, he only gave her an email.
Right, because he stole her phone. Okay.
Yeah.
So then he steals her boyfriend and locks him in the dungeon. That's
and
after
kills
that.
him. Yeah.
Eventually kills him.
Yeah.
Okay.
We find out he killed his first girlfriend, and then
on accident.
After Guinevere Beck, after Beck, she says she can't be with him anymore. So then he starts dating the babysitter from next door, and then a black chick, and then he tells her
who treats him really good.
And then he says he just doesn't want to be with her anymore, and she says okay. She packs up her shit and she walks out. It's pretty classy.
Well, but then she goes to Beck and she's like,
find out about his ex-girlfriend.
Find out.
Yeah.
He talks in his sleep. Listen to him in his sleep because he talks about her.
Yeah.
And then so
find out what happened to Candace.
So then Beck listens to him in his sleep when he's talking about Candace. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's season 1.
Okay,
hold on.
Season 2.
Hold on, really quick. She starts going to counseling and starts
Dr.
banging
Nikki,
her counselor.
who is?
John Stamos.
John Stamos makes a cameo. 10
episodes.
He's in the show. John Stamos, he's Dr. Nikki. He does a therapy technique with note cards in the show, and it's actually because that's what he learned from his own therapist in real life therapy. Yep.
Okay. So then she starts going to therapy, and she starts banging her therapist, and Joe suspects it, but has no proof.
So he starts going to the therapist under a pseudonym.
Like, pretending that he's gay.
Talking about his partner.
Talking about his boyfriend that's really
Beck. Who's banging Dr. Nikki, but then he kills Beck and buries her on Dr. Nikki's property and then hides all the paraphernalia after Beck finds out that it was him. So Beck found all the shit hidden in Joe's apartment.
Found her cell phone, a bunch of panties, some pictures, a whole bunch of stuff that he had hidden.
He killed her.
Yep.
He hid her in the thing.
On Dr. Nikki's property.
Killed her after trapping her and making her write a story, and she made a fake story about how Dr. Nikki did everything, and then he fucking killed her.
Right. He took her and put her in that the dungeon thing, okay? And she wrote a thing saying, "Oh, it wasn't your fault and all this shit. It was Dr. Nikki." So then, after she wrote that, he planted her so that her story matched what she wrote. Dr. Nikki goes to prison.
And he so in the second episode, he moves to LA where nobody would look for him because there's people that had questions.
But hold on, at the end of season 1, Candace, his original girlfriend that he killed,
comes back to life. Comes back in the picture.
She didn't really die. Okay, so cut to season 2.
End scene, season 2. We're in LA. Where people don't think that he's going to be.
Right. He doesn't want to be in New York anymore. He doesn't want Candace to find him because Candace wants to out him. Okay? So
she contacts him. So he goes to LA and of course does the same thing.
LA.
And goes and starts working at a place called Enaverin.
Enaverin, which is Nirvana spelled backwards.
An Averin. And it's owned by the Quinn family, which is a super rich family.
Yep.
Love and 40 are the kids' names.
40. Hilarious.
Yeah.
40 is my favorite character in both seasons. I'm not a huge fan of the show.
Is he in the first season?
No. No, he's Quinn.
Oh,
he's Love's brother.
your favorite character in general.
Right.
Gotcha.
Because he's like this super rich, like he's like the epitome, the cliche of entitled rich kid.
Riding on a horse. Huh. You can't whip your Porsche. I've been in the valley. You ain't been up off that porch now.
Can't nobody call me 40. Okay, anyway. Season 2, he moves to LA. He falls in love with a chick. LA. He falls in love with a chick named Love.
Yes, and the Quinn family, they own a grocery store, and she
What's it called?
An Averin.
Oh, okay.
It's Nirvana spelled backwards.
Nirvana spelled backwards.
Anyway, okay, what happens in the second season? Ellie is the little girl that lives in an apartment complex. Her older sister is Delilah. It's just those two girls. She's a reporter, and she's trying to find the scoop on some fucked up stuff that happens in town.
On a guy named Henderson, who's played by Chris D'Elia. He is a petty who he's like a comedian or something. He's like a famous guy.
And he's like a super nice guy,
right.
Good guy, good on the outside, but he gives underage girls GHB and takes pictures of them while they're unconscious.
Right. And the older sister, Delilah, is one of the girls. It happened to her. Okay, so she's trying to catch him.
Yeah.
Okay. Boom. What happens next? Joe falls in love with Love.
And
well, he changes his name, though. What's his name in the second season? Do you remember?
Will?
I think it's Will.
No. Fuck.
He changes his name. He changes his whole identity. He moves into this apartment complex that has Delilah and Elle.
If you like the LA scene and a lot of diversity, there's a lot of cool things that happen. There's a lot of characters that show up on these shows that are in other shows that you don't realize. Like the friend, Love's friend, the dude, he's been in other stuff. I think he was in Black Mirror. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Anyway,
most actors
so
are
he falls in with Love, and then Love's end up being crazy.
Yeah, dude, hold on. First of all,
at
the start of the second season, I told Holly, okay, in this season...
It's easy to predict. That's why we didn't end up giving it as many stars. There's a lot of twists and turns.
There is some twists. There are things that you will not guess. But at the very beginning, I said, Love is going to be the crazy one.
Yeah.
Love and Joe will be equally crazy. And and the very first episode I said that. Now, I changed my thing along the timeline. But at the end of it, I was right.
Yeah.
If I would have just stuck with my original thought.
Love kills
Candace. Which is the ex that Joe thought he killed.
Who tries to lie and date 40 and be part of the family.
She's trying to out Joe.
And make everyone see who he really is. But then...
see you at the fights, bruh.
Yeah, see you Saturday.
But Candace is trying to out Joe without going to the police. Because she has no proof. She tried to go to the police.
And they laughed at her.
They laughed at her, essentially. Hashtag me too, obviously.
Yeah. Rape culture, okay?
Rape culture. Yeah. But she tries to go to the police, and they say there's no proof, there's no nothing. So she's trying to out him from the inside. Mm-hmm. So she's dating his girlfriend's brother to try to get to him.
And pretending like she's someone else.
Right. And so they find out that she's not who she says she is. Mm-hmm. And... throw her away, essentially, because they're super rich. They can do whatever the fuck they want. Mm-hmm. Hashtag elitist. Mm-hmm. And then they find out that Joe is Joe and not Will or whatever the fuck he changed his name to.
And 40 actually did a lot of research because 40 wanted to do a movie on Guinevere Beck's book that came out about Dr. Nikki. Joe turned it into a book, which I think is a key thing. And 40 realized a lot of discrepancies and started interviewing people. But he was an ex-junkie, so nobody really believed what he was talking about. And Love knew the truth. Because there was a killing when they were younger that Love actually committed and killed 40's first love. So
40's first love was the au pair.
The au pair.
Because she was banging him. She was 19 and he was like 13.
So we talked about Joe and all his loves in season 1 and season 2. What? It is a what would you do for love? is what they continually ask you throughout the show. When it's modern day times because they use social media to post all their shit. So be more careful with posting your shit. Untag yourself. Make your shit private. Don't let stalkers find you.
Definitely watch our show.
Definitely watch our show. But if you don't social media, tell your friends about our YouTube because we have a YouTube, an Instagram, a Facebook.
Booze and Reviews 1 on YouTube.
Booze and Reviews 1. And we're going to switch over next week. We're going to be doing this live on the Booze and Reviews fan page.
Only Booze and Reviews.
So go on there, like us.
Like the page.
And is
Hold
there
on,
anything
what else do we got? At the end of season 2, Joe and okay, hold on. Joe gets locked in his own cage. He moves his cage to L.A. He
rebuilds himself one. Yeah.
In a storage unit in L.A. Okay? And he locks the girl in there, and then she dies. And so part of the season is him trying to figure out how she dies because he doesn't believe he killed her because he was on LSD.
Yeah.
It's not that he blacked out. He was on LSD.
4 hits of LSD.
Right. Because 40 gave it to him. 40's awesome. When you watch the second season, you're going to enjoy 40. Mm-hmm. And so he's trying to figure out how she died. She died by love.
Love killed.
Love killed her. And then Love killed
had a
Candace.
whole story. She framed Ellie for it, but then they gave Ellie money, and Ellie moved to Florida, and they set her up for life.
Really quick. But what happened is,
crazy.
Joe had Delilah in there because Delilah found out about him. Okay, so Delilah died. So then Candace locks Joe in there.
But
so Joe's locked in his own thing.
Joe was going to run away.
Because Joe keeps a key. He knows where the key is hidden.
Right.
Because he's not an idiot. He knows, always keep a key for you to escape.
To get out.
Okay, so he's going to escape. But guess what? Love kills Candace. And Love killed Delilah. Mm-hmm. Love killed everyone. So at the end of it, I didn't watch the last episode, so I don't know. But Holly said that they're together. And at the end of it, they're moving into some fucking place. Love's pregnant? Right?
Love's pregnant at the very end.
With
because
Joe's
Joe, she lets Joe out of the thing, and Joe goes to kill her because he's angry she locked him in. And she goes, "No, I'm pregnant, the baby." And then it shows the last scene, 40. I think 40 dies.
I think 40's dead.
I think 40 dies. You guys are going to have to watch it, though.
But they move. But Joe and Love move.
And Joe's in the backyard.
The last scene is, from what I remember, is he sees through the pieces of the fence his next door neighbor. And he goes, "Oh, hello. Who are you?" Or, "Hey, you."
Yeah.
Get it? You? The show's called You.
You should watch You on Netflix.
You should watch You on Netflix.
Because tonight we've been drinking some High Noon. Sun Sips.
And some Stoli and watermelon.
Some watermelon water, thanks to Chris Talia. So I want to thank you for watching our show tonight. Make sure you share our videos and tell all your friends about us. Thank you for joining us, friendly partners.
Howdy, partner.
Hey, drink what we drink.
Hold up, Connor. Everybody cheer for Connor on Saturday night.
If you want to come watch the fights with us, we're going to be somewhere locally. So if you want to come with us, we're going to be watching the fights, everyone together.
It's going to be a red panty night.
It is a red panty night.
This is Booze and Reviews.
Drink what we drink.
Watch what we watch. Oh, I'll touch it.